Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Brumakian podcast, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Demetrius, and Jesus Christ, I came up with a skit at the beginning of this episode, but I couldn't think of one at the top of my head. Oh my god. I'll think of it in later episodes. So, this movie, Mothra vs. Godzilla from 1964. A lot of you guys have said that this movie is one of the best of the early 60s to late 60s in the early 70s. I am a guy who says, I will see it to believe it. And judging by everyone's reaction to the film, they do say that it lives up to the hype. I don't know. I'm a guy who likes to be proven to be wrong. As much as I hate that to a certain degree. But it's true. I would love to be proven wrong. Even when I'm proven right, I'm always wrong. It's one of those rare occasions when I'm sometimes right. Also, there's not much background to get into this movie. It's just it's just another one of those instances where more crossovers happen in the 60s. So, because there isn't much background to cover, we might as well get into the film itself. Shall we? So if you're not new to this series, basically what I do is I explain the plot to you in a nutshell. And this is the plot of Mothra vs. Godzilla of 1964 in a nutshell. A humongous typhoon washes Mothra's egg on shore. A corporate businessman buys the egg, but the Mothra twins ask for it back. The businessman said, no. For a small fee, that is. Seriously, this guy is so gritty. He could give Donald Trump a run for his money. But then, not only did the typhoon washes Mothra's egg on shore, it also washes Godzilla on shore, who wakes up underground. Actually, he wakes up under a pile of sand and rubble. How the hell did he... Nah, I'm not gonna question that. So, Godzilla wakes up, he goes on a rampage, the usual. Oh, Godzilla goes on a rampage? Yeah, I call that Tuesday. The army tries to do something about it, does jack shit. So the main characters of our story ask Mothra for help. At first, the Twin Fairy says no, because A, we ain't gonna fight that thing. You know the consequences of Mothra fighting Godzilla. And 2, you bombed the crap out of our island. We didn't forget. And then, a personal speech about how men and women are the same, and they coexist for one reason and one reason only. Peace and happiness. If only the real world was like this. If only the real world was like this. God, I would kill for a world like that. But alas, we live in an imperfect world full of imperfect people. So anyway, after a thoughtful speech, Mothra says, you know what? Fine. I'm not going to go out on a whimper. I might as well go out with a bang. What in the world did I just do? Anyway, so Mothra and Godzilla fight, and at first she gets the upper hand. But Godzilla gets a lucky shot on her, and she dies. But the twins are sure that Mothra doesn't die, and there's 2 more on the way. Oh, did I spoil that? Whoops. That happens later on. In the meantime, the army comes up with different strategies just to shake it up a bit. But each different strategy, it works like nothing. All the strategy fails, but lo and behold, 2 Mothra larvae come out of the egg. And what else happened in the movie? Oh yeah, there was some thing about children on an island, and Godzilla was supposed to go to the island and possibly kill them. I don't know. So they rescue the children out of the island. Godzilla is covered in silk, falls into the ocean. They say blah 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 blah. The Mothra larvae return to the island, and that's the end of the movie. Yeah, that was Mothra vs. Godzilla in a nutshell. So when we come back, I will tell you how I think of this plot. Let me scratch that. I will tell you what I think of this plot and get in a final rating. And just to make sure I don't leave one thing out, Christopher, this is for you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let me inside the place. Move over for a damage case. Hey babe, wait a minute, stop. Don't run away, don't call a cop. I ain't looking to victimize you. All I wanna do is tantalize you. And I can tell by your state I'm all over the place. I can tell by your face. Got no time for a damage case. Oh!
In my last review, I complained about there was too much comedy and less serious aspects that kind of sort of not really hold my interest up until the final battle. Here, though, it does keep my interest. And oh my god, is this story mwah, 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 mwah. Well, it's your typical story. It's good versus evil, greed versus non-greed. And it handles it in a perfect way. And that is the story in a nutshell. As for the characters, they are all written like archetypes, but at least those archetypes are written really well. The actors, Takarada, Hoshi, Koizumi, Fujiki, the Peanuts in Emi and Yumi Ito, Sahara, Tazaki, Tajima, Tabu, and Tani. I will give all of these actors a good old mwah, because they nailed it out of the park. Especially Koizumi. Rest in peace, mate. Rest in peace. So, story and characters out of the way, let's get into monsters. The only thing I have to say about it is mwah and mwah. And I guess two for the larva. Mwah, mwah. Now, before we get into music, the special effects. Mwah. Okay, for real. Before we actually get to the music, let me touch upon the English version. And you better listen to this. The English version of Mothra vs. Godzilla is actually really good. What? Did you expect me to say something else? No. Oh my god, the English language version of this film is actually really good. I did not expect the English voice actors and actresses to match the lip movement. That is something Funimation usually does, and I love Funimation for that. And you might be asking, how in the world is the English version good as a Japanese version? That question might be answered by the man named Henry G. Saperstein. That beautiful bastard. Oh my god, he is magnificent at what he does. He even made this movie understandable to English speakers like me. If only I could speak fluid sentences without pausing every 2 fucking seconds. But yeah, the Japanese version is good, and the English version is actually really good as well. I don't care which version you get. They're both fantastic. Now, on to the music. Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Ifukube. Mwah. And believe it or not, none of Ifukube's music was removed. All of it stayed intact in the American version. And I applaud you. Let's give these gentlemen a round of applause, shall we? Shall we? All right, that's enough. All right, stop clapping. Stop clapping. Whew. So anyway, there's a lot of musical motifs that you might recognize in later movies. Like The Sacred Springs. That song is beautiful to my ears. Every time I listen to this music, I feel like I want to be in a natural paradise. But suddenly I wake up in a horrible, horrible place. Why did you put me here? Why did you lie to me? And as for the Godzilla theme, it is updated to a certain degree. This is a theme that carries out throughout the rest of this franchise, even in King of the Monsters. I'm so glad this theme actually exists. And I'm glad this movie actually exists, because I can now give my final rating. Transition, please. My final rating for Mothra vs. Godzilla from 1964 is a maximum 100 out of 100. This is not only a must buy, it is a must own. Get it wherever else, online. I don't care. I don't care if you have to illegally download it on your own fucking digital device, even on your laptop or your desktop. I don't care. Buy this movie, own it, love it, like it's the love of your life. I don't care if you have to marry it. So, what's next? Oh. Okay, that I did not expect. Yeah, I did. I'm lying to myself. First an angry bird, and now a three-headed dragon. How fucking fantastic. I'm okay. I'm okay. Oh my god, I probably killed someone's ears. I apologize. He just did that out of nowhere. We're going to be dealing with a three-headed invasion. As I review Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster from 1964. Wait, the same year? How is this film not rushed? I'll never know. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, dismissed.